Washington mornings on the Mall.
105.9 FM.
At AM 630.
WMAL.
Good morning, everybody. It's 7:07 on WMAL. You're hearing that, audience, in the background? That's because we are not in the studio today, Tori Clark.
Quick, where are we?
We're at the McLean Family
Attaboy.
Restaurant. I have my notes here.
Yeah.
1321 Chainbridge Road in McLean. It's part of our Swing State Road Show. We're going to be doing every Friday between now and the election. Come on by, have some breakfast. In a minute, we're going to walk out and talk to people.
Real people.
We're going to wander out. I mean, they look like a surly group, but I think we could probably survive it. We'll go out there and talk to them about what they think. We want to go right now on the phone line because on the line we have another member of the Romney clan. Tagg Romney, son of Mitt Romney, is on the phone. Tagg, how are you?
It's great. How are you?
Now, where are you right now?
I am in. I'm in Virginia. I'm on my way to the Dallas airport. I'm actually heading to New Hampshire this afternoon, but I've been all over this great state the last day or so.
All right. So first thing I want to get from you is when you go out there, did you notice a sort of a palpable uptick in what's going on in the Commonwealth of Virginia after your dad did so well in the last debate?
Yeah, it's been really impressive. Not only here in Virginia, but all across the country. The increased enthusiasm. The excitement. People think, and I agree with them, that we're going to win. And they were excited about supporting him before. I think they're even more enthusiastic now.
All right. So here's the thing I want to know. We keep hearing that members of the family sort of injected themselves before that debate and said, look, you need to let Dad be Dad. You need to let Mitt Romney be Mitt Romney. Can you tell me, is that true? And if so, how did that go down?
It's a very good story, but I've been on the road, and there was no family intervention. It's been great to see my dad let loose a little bit more than he had in the past. I think it's been a good strategy, but it hasn't been in my direction. It's been at the direction of the people back at headquarters. I've been too busy out on the road talking about my dad to mount any insurrections at
So you're
home.
sort of knocking that story down a little bit.
Yeah, and anyone that's asked, I've been pretty clear to say, hey, the people back in Boston know what they're doing, and I haven't been too worried about the process. I've known all along that once my dad got out in front of people, like he would be able to at the debate at the convention, that people would see how good of a person he is and how qualified he is, and so I haven't worried too much about the day-to-day tactics.
Well, you're very nice to say that. And somebody who's worked on campaigns, it's really, really nice when members of the family actually defend them. And I'm with you. I think they've done a good job in a tough situation. But I have to say, one of the most encouraging things about that debate performance was people really got to see it's such a cliche, but the softer side of Mitt Romney. He was very real. He was very personable. I loved it when he told the story about the 5 of you. I can't even remember what President Obama said, but he said, look, I have 5 boys, and just because they say something 18 times doesn't mean they're telling the truth. Well, we all would like to hear more about that, but
he was talking about the other 4 brothers.
Of course he was. Of course he was. Okay, so speaking of the other 4 brothers, I was saying earlier to your brother that I come from a family of 5 girls, and we were just a wee bit on the competitive side. You were all out there campaigning for your dad. Who's the best?
Well, I'm not sure who's the best campaigner, but I'm clearly his favorite son.
There you go.
So,
Dad always liked you
I
best.
tell people that as they go. By the way, I have 6 children myself.
Oh, my God.
I also have 5 boys, and I had a daughter.
God bless you.
So, but, we're all out on the road campaigning for him, doing everything we can. My mom's out on the road, and we can tell things that he can't about himself. We can brag about him even when he doesn't like to.
Yep.
We're speaking to Tagg Romney, son of Mitt Romney. Okay, so you saw the debate last night, no doubt. I mean, I'm sure you were watching, right?
I was at University of Virginia doing a debate watching party with about 300 very enthusiastic students.
All right, so tell me how you think it went, because a lot of people this morning are talking about how many times Paul Ryan got interrupted by Joe Biden.
Yeah, I thought it was a very informative debate. I thought Paul Ryan did fantastic. It was clear that he has the temperament and the character and the ideas to be president. He laid forward a Romney-Ryan vision for the future. Obama was, I think, condescending. Wanted to.
You mean Biden?
Yes, so Biden was condescending. Made a lot of personal attacks. Didn't ever once talk about a Obama-Biden vision for the future. I think the performance last night put on by the 2 guys, people will clearly gravitate towards Paul Ryan's view of the world and temperament.
So, Tagg, I'm fascinated that you spent the night watching the debate with UVA students, because 4 years ago we heard so much about the youth vote and what a big factor that was, and it was huge for Obama. What were these students thinking? What were they saying? What were their reactions to the debate last night?
The reactions were extremely positive. People were laughing and having fun, and it was a very enthusiastic group. It is very different than it was 4 years ago. 4 years ago on college campuses, you couldn't have put together 8 people to admit they were voting for someone other than
right.
than
Exactly
Obama.
right.
And this time we had to move venues to a much larger room. We had overflow crowd, and people were very enthusiastic, and tons of people wanted to volunteer and know how they could help on the campaign. It's a very different story than it was 4 years ago.
That's the thing I keep hearing from people who are out there volunteering is that there is a real energy that they didn't see before the debates. I mean, there were people committed, but it was like post-debate. They felt like completely charged up, and that there was a sort of, you could sense an excitement.
Right.
Do you get that sense of it all?
Yeah, I think I do, and I think the reason for it was illustrated by Barack Obama himself a day or two after the debate, when he said, "Well, that Mitt Romney I was on the stage with is not the Mitt Romney I know." Well, yeah, no duh. That's because the Mitt Romney that you know is one that you created out of thin air and made this horrible monster in your attack ads. And that Mitt Romney doesn't exist. And it was good for the American people to see Mitt Romney for 90 minutes, unfiltered from the Democrats or from the leftist media, and to see just how good of a person he is and how competent and qualified he is. As people saw that, not only can they now vote against Barack Obama, they can also vote for Mitt Romney.
All right, so here's my last question for you, Tagg, and we don't often get a chance to talk to family members about Mitt Romney that we don't see on TV. I mean, when we don't get those stories, because your dad's sort of a humble guy, he won't talk about some of the things that he's done. Give me a story that demonstrates a little bit about the character of your dad that we may not have heard before.
Yeah, there are so many stories. One of my favorites is when his partner's 14-year-old daughter went missing. I think most people, when he called my dad and said, "Man, I can't be in the office this week. My daughter went to a party. She didn't come home, and we don't know where she is." I think most people would say, "Good luck, Bob. I really feel for you. Please let me know if there's anything we can do." That's not the type of person my dad is. My dad runs after problems. He doesn't run away from them. He got the entire office to shut down, moved everyone to New York, and they spent a couple days looking for her and set up a search to find her, and they found her. She'd been kidnapped by a young boy. They were able to help the police locate her and bring her home to safety. And it's just a small story to show not only that my dad's competent and qualified, but he cares deeply about people.
Well,
and there are story after story of people that he's helped. He doesn't go around bragging about it because that's not the way he was raised. But the reason he's running is because he cares deeply about this country and about the tough times that people in this country are facing right now.
All right. Well, listen, Tagg Romney, it's a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for joining us.